20-year-old Yasir Afifi is suing the FBI for putting a GPS tracking device under his car without a warrant. Afifi's lawyers from the Council on American-Islamic Relations discussed why it's important to press charges.
The goal there really is that, the Fourth Amendment protects us from unreasonable search and seizure, and that, if we are to be searched, that a warrant is required. And so by strengthening that law, we hope to protect the civil rights of American Muslims, but also all Americans.
Afifi, an Egyptian-American student studying business at Mission College in California, has no criminal record or suspicious behavior.
I'm obviously fitting some type of profile for the FBI, in which case I'm a 20-year-old male American Muslim living here by myself. My father was a religious person in the community, and I travel overseas a lot. I'm on the phone overseas a lot. I sometimes transfer money overseas. So, and all that to my brothers. I have 2 younger brothers in Egypt, and it must fit some type of suspicious profile to the FBI. That's why they're probably doing all this to me. And I'm confident, talking to you here today because I know I didn't do anything wrong.
Although placing a tracking device on a person's property without their knowledge or even a warrant would seem like an invasion of privacy, many U.S. courts have okayed the tactic as a legitimate form of surveillance.
There's a disagreement in the courts, actually, right? So it's not a unanimous opinion, and particularly in D.C., the courts have said that that a warrant is required before a GPS tracking device is placed on an individual's car. And so that's the concern, is that the law is unclear, and it is our assertion that placing a tracking device on his car without a warrant is a violation of his Fourth Amendment rights.
Afifi has filed a Freedom of Information Act request in order to find an explanation as to why he was targeted specifically, but the package sent in response to the request did not provide that information, and Afifi is still unaware of whether or not he is being monitored.
I have no idea. Maybe I'm not being tracked, but I doubt it. I think the FBI are being much more cautious.
Other cases similar to Afifi's have popped up throughout the country where Muslims have found surveillance devices. Attorneys here hope that this case will set a precedent and stop unwarranted surveillances from taking place.
There's at least one other known case in the Bay Area involving an American Muslim individual who also found a GPS tracking device on his car. There are at least 2 out of Ohio and I believe 1 out of New York. And that's, those are the ones that have been reported. And the concern with this case, as long as with any other law enforcement cases, is that people are generally afraid to come forward. And that's why, it's important that Mr. Afifi is exhibiting the courage that it takes to come forward and raise concerns about the civil rights violations.
Marjanasi, Press TV, Washington.